Hey, welcome to Mindset Mondays. And, it's been awesome watching you guys go through so much stuff, learning all the different techniques to find business out there, to find all the great opportunities to go through. And one of the things that I just want to spend some time talking to you about today is what I describe as the stalking squirrel dilemma. And some people call it the shiny object syndrome. I like that too. I call it the stalking squirrel syndrome. I call it that because I had a dog for 14 years and she was a great dog. She did wonderful things. She was awesome. And, all my family, all my friends gave me so much credit for training her, for creating such a great dog. But I'll be honest with you, she taught me way more than I ever could teach her. So many different things she taught me. For instance, she taught me that when she stared at me for 2 minutes and walked to the door, it was time to go take her out to go take care of her business, or she just wanted to go walk. She showed me how to do that. Or if she would just stare at me around 4 or 5 o'clock at night when I forgot about the time because I'm working on my projects, she showed me what it was like to remember it's time to eat, right? I had to feed her. I had to take care of different things. So, she showed me lots of different things. But one of the best things that she showed me was how to pick one thing and move on. And the way she did this was unintentional because she showed me what not to do really rather than what to do. We used to walk all over the place. We used to probably walk a couple miles a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and we'd take her all over. And some of the times we'd go specifically walk to parks. Because one of the things she absolutely loved to do, she loved to stalk squirrels. She would find a squirrel. She'd love to chase them and tree them. And she would just walk. She would find a squirrel and she would just walk so slow, seeing how close she could get to that squirrel before the squirrel would run, and she would then chase it up the tree. Well, not every time did it work that way, though. So many times, what would happen is, especially when we were in parks, she would start stalking a squirrel, and then a second one would get caught in her periphery. A second one would get caught in her line of sight. And now she couldn't figure out which one she was going to do. She was literally frozen in spot trying to figure out which one she was going to go stalk. She could not move, would not move at all. It was impossible for her to make a movement. The only thing that got her unstuck was for me to take a step towards one of the squirrels that would scatter, and then she would chase and she'd be happy. But until that happened, we could sit there for hours and nothing would happen. So what I'm telling you by this is, don't get caught with too many options. Pick something, pick one thing, chase it until it is no longer chaseable, and then go after the next. Another way I've always said this is master one thing and move on to the next. So remember, don't fall into the stalking squirrel dilemma. Come out there, pick an item, choose it, go after it, chase it until it can't be chased any longer, and then pursue the next.